name is Tom Owens. Today basically we're protesting the British Consulate because my former employer, Rio Tinto Corporation, they're a British-owned company, they locked out myself as well as 600 families from our job site, painted a line across the road and told us if we crossed the line to go back to our jobs we'd be arrested, and they refused to bargain with us. They refused they keep talking about in the global economy today that they need these concessions. Their CEO said yesterday at their shareholder meeting that our contract was 40 years out of date and that the idea of unionism basically is kind of gone by the wayside. It's rhetoric from the past. And I'm here to say that, you know what, I appreciate the benefits that I have. I appreciate the wage, a livable wage that I once made before they locked me out, and I'm willing to stand up for that. I'm willing to stand up for that. And these people here are brothers and sisters in the ILWU who are willing to stand with us.
And this company has a lot of money. It's not an issue of money for them, is it?
No, not at all. You know, one of the things they're claiming is that they need concessions to make it in the global economy these days. Well, in the last 5 years, our last contract was 5 years. In the last 5 years, that company, Rio Tinto, reported a net earnings, not gross, net earnings of $28.9 billion, I believe it was. That was billion with a B, that's right. And this last year, in 2009, their top 14 executives listed in their annual report made between them somewhere above $90 million. I believe they were paid $69 million in compensation and another $15 million in bonuses and perks. And yet, my entire 600-man workforce for an entire year makes $32 million. So 14 men are worth more than 600 working people, but yet they want us to take concessions. And you know, that's just not right.
Are they prepared for the strike, and how do they prepare to bust the union?
Well, actually, again, we have not
lockout.
Yeah, we were locked out of our jobs. How they prepared? They got a security force, Gettier. Gettier, if you look them up online, this is their forte. They promise injunction against the working force. They bring in a bunch of replacement workers and a bunch of guards come in, all paramilitary, looking all hard, you know. They sit here with their video cameras and record every time the replacement workers are bust through our lines and out of our lines, hoping that we're going to do something that could be viewed as a crime, you know. Yet, you know, they're recording their own crimes, you know. They've got 600 people locked out of their jobs, and they bust replacement workers, you know, through us all the time, trying to instigate us.
And is there solidarity with other unions?
Yeah, the ILWU as a whole is standing solid with us. The AFL-CIO has done food bank actions. We've had marches, and I'm gonna make some people upset, and I'm gonna apologize firsthand for that because I can't remember all the organizations that have reached out to us, but there have been many labor unions and many organizations. The local Lions Club in Boron has offered free eye examinations. A lot of our businesses in the local community have banded together to offer members discounts at their, you know, because our community, there's probably, I guarantee there's less people in our entire community than there are in one city block here.
This is kind of a company town?
Well, it's basically most of the people that work at the plant live in town. Probably about 3/4 of the people that live in town work for the plant. You know, most of them are union workers, but it's the same thing. Now that we've been locked out of our jobs, all of the local businesses, they're all suffering. But the community has got behind us, you know, and they know that what's happening is not right.
The issue of international solidarity and also stopping the scab cargo, where is the cargo that's being produced at the mine going?
The cargo containers that leave our plant currently right now that are being produced by scab workers, they're rolling down to the port of Los Angeles, is where we've seen them. You can track cargo containers online, marinetraffic.com. There are other ways that you can track cargo, and a lot of the containers that we write down that roll out of our plant, in fact all of them that we're aware of, are going to the Port of Los Angeles, and the railroad containers that are leaving are going to Barstow, and then from Barstow they're being shipped over to Texas.
I see. Is there going to be any effort to stop that?
We are working towards that. It's just, you know, we're basically asking for unions that believe in workers' rights and standing together just for decent American jobs and benefits. We're asking them to recognize the injustice that's happening, and that's what I'll say about that for now.
What's happening to workers in this country?
My own personal opinion, they're basically being starved out, you know, to accept a lower standard of living, in my opinion. You know, when I talk to scab workers that are coming through into the plant, when I'm out there, I talk to them about if they've ever stopped to think about what they're doing to their children or to their grandchildren, because the way this global machine of, you know, large international corporations that are beholden to nobody but their own executive boards and their own shareholders, they're always wanting people to give up. They're always wanting to give up, and the people that are at the top are always taking more and more and more. And so I tell these scab replacement workers, they're using you as a tool against me right now. I'm standing out here not only for myself, but for you also, because your job wouldn't exist if my job didn't exist. And I basically just tell them that someday their grandchildren are never going to own their own house. They're never going to have health benefits. And if these gentlemen that are driving in as replacement workers realize that they themselves are going to be responsible for that.
I'm a miner.
How long have you been a miner?
26 years.
At the Boron mine?
Yes, sir.
So most of your working life has been at this mine?
Oh, yep. My dad, my brother, my uncle, all from out there in that area.
So now Rio Tinto took over the mine. When did they take over the mine?
Well, they've always been part of the mine, the RTZ product, but they've been really enforced about 1990. That's when they came in.
And what did they do?
Well, they own the place. They actually own the place, the corporation now. Well, the approach of the company right now is to break the union, to take away everything. 40 years of strong language that we felt, and 40 years of union pride. And they want to come in there and just rip it apart, make us part-time, temporary workers, take all the rights, American rights. And that's what we're not about. That's why we're here today to protest this.
And have they brought in scabs?
Yes, they have. Over 200 scabs they brought in, and every day they go in, we wait and wait and wait for some kind of a good contract.
And who's protecting the scabs?
The Kern County Sheriff Department, excuse me. Kern County Sheriff Department.
So they're spending a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of California money that we don't have, I guess. Yeah, exactly what they want to make us part-time. Everybody kind of part-time. They want to take our rights away to grievance procedures, our rights to protest in the courts, and they want to take all rights away.
And is there a lot of solidarity among your membership?
Oh, yes, throughout the coast. So, I mean, from all the way from Seattle, Portland, here in San Francisco, LA, and down in San Diego, all over. Rio Tinto goes all the way from Brazil, all the way to South Africa, all the way to Asia. It's all over the world right now. I mean, the whole Rio Tinto workforce has gotten together through the ICM, CFMEU. They've all support this, and we've got letters from all over the world. People from North Carolina, Charleston, from South Africa, people come from Brazil to come and support our cause.
What are these products, or borax?
It's mainly for the soap. That's what everybody's familiar with, the soap, the Ronald Reagan years and stuff like that. But mainly it goes in LCD TVs, high definition TVs. It goes into clothes, it goes into glass, cars. But mainly it's for houses and stuff like that.
And how are they getting the product out?
The product is getting out on containers, going down to the docks. It's also getting out on rail cars, and basically that's about it.
Have you asked ask for support?
We're the international and our local division is coming up with a plan for something.
Now, how many members do you have?
We have over 600 members right now.
And how are they surviving? How long have you been locked out?
Well, we've been on lockout. This is actually today is the 76th day, and we've been locked out. We are surviving through support from our local members here, our locals, and through we are getting unemployment checks, and we are just surviving. Just surviving right now.
And this is in the desert. How hot is it out there in the desert?
It gets up to about 130 degrees, but sometimes it gets hot.
How do you stay in a picket line in 130?
Well, that's going to be coming. Hopefully we don't stay out that long. But it does get hot out there.